policies. Second one is planning. These are all the techniques to coordinate with the different people in the organization. How can you coordinate between the people? Using rules and policies, using planning, using certain hierarchy, direct contact, task force, committees, induction, indoctrination, then incentives, license departments, and workflow. These are all the important techniques for coordination. Now we will see one by one. Okay, look here. The first one, rules, procedures, and policies. This, why do you want rules? Very important thing. When you frame certain rules, policies, coordination between the persons can be easy. For example, manager will be in higher level. I had framed certain rules in the organization such a way that manager has to come to the subordinates who are working below him, and he has to speak to them. It is not like that if manager is in the organization, he is the only person, he is the manager of that organization, he doesn't need to come to the subordinates and he doesn't want to discuss with subordinates. These are all should not be there in an organization. So for that purpose, there will be certain rules and regulation like do's and don'ts of the organization. So you frame certain procedures and policies. Coordination will be very important among them. So helps in coordinating the subunits in performance of their representative activities. That is what I told. If subordinates are there, coordinating between the people. For example, the team leader is there. Team leader can communicate with the people who are working under a team, and he can see the performance of their activities, whatever they are doing. That is one. Then standard policies, procedures, and policies are laid down to cover all the possible situations. This is very, very important. When when you form a rules based on all the situations, whether you're getting a good profit, whether you're not getting a good profit, with taking all the situations of an organization, certain rules, regulations, everything will be given by an organization. So that you frame these procedures and policies, coordination among all the people in the organization will be very important. So you'll get a good coordination from all the people. If a breakdown of the above occurs, more rules, regulations are required to be framed to take care of the breakdown. That is what, if breakdown between the people, for example, there is no coordination between the people in the organization. For example, 200 employees are there in one small sector. There is no coordination between those 200 employees. One may think, yes, I am great in this company. One may think I am not great in this company. This all happens in an organization when people are working. Many people are there. So you frame a rules and regulations in such a way that you put a proper rules and regulations for everyone in an organization. You'll get a good coordination among all the people. So that is what the first one, rules, procedures, and policies. Next one, in planning. You have to plan such a way that coordination, you'll get a good coordination among the people. Ensures coordinated effort and targets of each department dovetail with targets of all other departments. That is what you have to ensure, the effort and targets of each department with the targets of all other departments. This is also very important. Plan in such a way that you see the target of your department, whichever you are getting. For example, I'll give a target. For example, I will give certain 30 days of targets to one technical sector to complete one project. Same, I may take 15 days and I may give 15 days of target to some other people. That is requirement stream. Like this, you people have to give certain, you give a target to a person so that you will get a good output from that person. That is what planning. You have to plan in such a way that you have to make them to work in the organization. To do that, planning is necessary. For planning, rules and procedures are important. Like that, each and every things are interrelated with each other. Look here, fixing the targets of 10,000, fixing the targets of 10,000 units of additional, fixing the products of 10,000 units of additional production, and consequently the sales requires the coordination of two departments respectively to meet the demand and achieve the target. Like that, you have to fix certain targets to each and every units and tell them that within this amount of time I have to get these many number of production so that I can sell these to the outside world. Like that, you people have to see that you people have to give certain targets. You have to plan in such a way that these all should go well. Okay, that is the second one. Next one is hierarchy. Hierarchy is the simplest device of achieving the coordination by hierarchy or chain of command by putting together independent units under one boss. Some other activities is achieved. That is what. So I may divide the 200 people into 50, 50, 50. So 50, 50, 50 like this I will divide, and for this one person will be there who will be the one manager will be there who is take caring of these 50 people. Next year one manager will be there taking care of these 50. So that is what independent units under one boss. So 50 is under one boss, 50 is under one boss. Like that you put, make in hierarchy, make in strategy in such a way that these people have to go under this department, these people have to go based on the skills, efforts and all. You divide them and make one manager for that, so that you can see all the activities can be achieved properly. Like this, if you make in a hierarchy way. Sometimes defective because makes individuals dependent upon and passive towards and subordinates to the leader. This is also very, very important. So this becomes sometimes defective. That is based on the hierarchy, you are making a manager depending upon, that is individuals dependent upon, passive towards and subordinates to the leader. This may sometimes, for example, these 50 people may be good under one manager, but in that 50 people, 30 people won't be satisfied with one particular manager who is working under them, and 20 people will be okay with that manager. Like this, some discrepancies may happen with this hierarchy, so that you people have to plan in such a way that you should not get those discrepancies in the organization. Then direct contact used to solve the problems created at lower level with effects. The employees can be solved from formal informal contact to prevent overloading of the topics. You can directly go and contact, for example, you being a student in our class, you may be having certain problems. What we tell you, you can directly go to contact HOD and you can discuss your problem so that you can get good solution from your problem. Or else you can go to your class teacher, you can get good solution. Like that, solve the problems at that levels itself, so that don't go to the higher levels to get the solution. Next one is task force. Temporary group made up of representatives from same department facing problems and exist as long as problem lasts and each participant returns to a normal task once a solution is reached. That is what you create a task forces. A certain task force is nothing but certain group of people taking care of activities of that particular task whichever you have given. So that group of people will be involved in the activities, everything. They will check whether the activity is being started properly, it is being ended properly, whether based on that you will get the output or not, whether you are able to achieve the goal or not. Like that, you people have to see, and finally see to that your task has been completed with a good proper solution. So that is what a task force. Take a group of people, that is task force. Then committees arise due to the fact when certain decisions consistently become permanent. These groups are labeled committees. This device gently eases the rigidity of hierarchical structure, promotes effective communication, understanding ideas, encouraging the acceptance and commitment of policies. Like this, so you make a committees. For example, organization is there, 50 people are under one manager, and for that make one committee for each and everything. For example, some example like in our college, for example, you take an organization in the college, sports committee is there, cultural committee is there, educational academic committee is there, and like that make different committees and make manager for all those committees, so that you can discuss with the people who are working under that committee, and those people in turn will discuss with other people. Like that, make committees so that coordination and communication between the people will be good. That is known as committee. Next, induction of a new employee is a social setting of his work is also coordinating mechanism. The device familiarizes the new employee with organization rules and regulates dominant norms and behavior, values and beliefs, and integrates his personal goals with the organization. What is this induction? For example, whenever a new employee comes into the organization, or example, you people have joined in our organization, beginning of your first semester, 15 days induction program was done to you people. What was that? Induction means we people will see how you people can come and fit to our organization. We will we will communicate the rules, regulations of our organization, what all the things our organization will be doing, how you people have to come to the college, how you people have to behave in the college. Everything will give an induction program to you people, so that you can fit properly to our organization. That is known as induction. So always when you take an as a company, always see to that you give an induction program to the employee, so that he fits to the organization, to the all do's and don'ts of the particular organization. That is known as induction. Then indoctrination, device commonly used in religious and military organizations In another coordinating device, excuse me. So device commonly used in religious, military organizations is another coordinating device which develops the device to work together for a purpose. Major task of a leader being to build an organization can be succeeded by indoctrination and other means by converting the neutral body into committed body. That is known as, it is a device used in religious and military organizations. Mainly this indoctrination mainly works only with the some religious organizations, mainly where they take care of religion, very very important thing like samaja sanghas and all. They mainly depend upon the particular religions. Okay, so and military organizations, in our military organization, they use this indoctrination. What is that? A major task of a leader being to build an organization can be succeeded by indoctrination, other means by converting a neutral body into committed body. Certain people will be there who will be, for example, in military organizations and all, neutral body, that is a person who is not able to fit for anything. You have to convert that person into committed person who works for the organization very well, who works for the military organization. Or you take religious people, they will be only into one religion, you can convert them. So you can tell them that religion is not important, like that you people can discuss with the groups. This is known as indoctrination, that is neutral body has to be converted into committed body. A person who is not being fit to that organization has to be converted into such a way that he becomes good employee of that organization. That is known as indoctrination. Next one is incentives. Providing independent units with an incentive to collaborate, such as profit sharing plan and another mechanism. That is very very important. Coordination, if coordination wants to be in your organization as a perfect coordination, you provide good independent units will be there. Different persons, different units will be there. Each unit should get a good incentive based on their profit sharing or based on their effort whatever they are putting to the organization. Then liaison departments evolve to handle transactions and typically occurs between sales and production department. You should always see to this. We have already learnt leaders, liaison leaders and democratic independent. Liaison means both, everything will come into this. Both democratic will be there, independent, everything will come into liaison. So between the sales and production department, see to the transactions and typically occur. Evolved, these are mainly between the sales and production department. You see to that the coordination between sales and production is also very, very important. If coordination is proper between sales and production, you'll get 100% profit for the particular organization. Then workflow is a sequence of steps by which organization acquires inputs and transforms them into outputs and exports this to environment which is largely shaped by technological, economic and social considerations. That is, workflow is very very important. Workflow, see the sequence of steps by which organization require inputs and transforms that into output. For example, I am an organization, I am working for an organization has given me certain goals to do that. I have to do the task. What is the input I am taking from the organization? What is the output I am giving to the organization? That is known as workflow. See the activities of people who are working in that organization properly, whether working there properly or not. To achieve the main important goal, workflow is important from top level to the lower level. Whether the flow of work is properly, and that workflow coordination is very, very important. So these are all the very, very important techniques of coordination. It's very important.